Hello, and welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I'm Ranj, and today I'll be giving you Capper Comparison Picks for UFC Vegas 77, Holm versus Bueno Silva. Anyway, these are some select fights that, I always try to keep the main event in there. But other fights I was kind of on the fence with, I could go either way. So I did a Capper Comparison pick to help me make my decision. And if you checked last week's show out, the three-leg parlay I entered with last week's picks came through very well. Cash it. So so far I think I'm on a little bit of a roll with the Capper Comparison pick three-leg parlays. I think I might be. No, 2 weeks. 2 weeks in a row they cashed. The 1 week before I messed up with I forgot who, but it was I forget. But I know I messed up like 2 weeks ago. Anyway, without further ado, let me get right into this because tomorrow is opening day at the Saratoga racetrack, and I gotta go every year, and I still have to do my research on horse racing, jockeys, trainers, all that good shit. So let me get on with this, starting this show off with the lightweight bout between Bulldozer Ottman Azaitar taking on Francisco Prado. Fantastic matchup here. Like I said, I put these on because I don't know which way to go, hoping the cappers can push me each one way or the other. So let's start here. Start talking about the favorite first, Francisco Prado. Francisco Prado will have the height and reach advantage, substantial too. He's got a 3-inch reach or height advantage and a 5-inch reach advantage over Ottman Azaitar. He's coming off a loss to Jamie Mullarkey by unanimous decision, not the worst loss you can have. Prior to that, he was kicking everybody's ass over at Samurai Fight House. They love him in that regional scene, Samurai Fight House, which is in Argentina. And those guys, yeah, Francisco Prado, big name down the Samurai Fight House scene. Matter of fact, every fight he's had in Argentina in Samurai Fight House, all finishes. Every single one, he finished. I mean, no big names in there. The one guy has a 13-3 record. That was the last fight out of there. His name is Jose Barrios Vargas. Round one, punch. Yeah, took care of business. Before that, I do recall on Tapology, there's like a 6-0 guy, I think. And then before that, pretty much like can records, like maybe a 3-0 and a 4-1 or something. Just the average regional scene can crushing. But doesn't matter. This guy, on Tapology, it says Brothers of Life. And Instagram kind of agrees that the facility that is training has Brothers of Life. But I think they have like a sister gym or like a associate gym in Florida called Goat Shed Academy. Goat as an or greatest of all time. I don't know. It says Goat Shed Academy on Instagram, and he's been putting it in down there in Florida for Francisco Prado, the Argentinian, 21 years of age. Oh, I love the youth. 21, taking on Ottman Azaitar, 33 years old. So tail the tape, Ottman Azaitar losing it all the way around for the Bulldozer. You guys might recognize Ottman Azaitar from the Great Potato Incident. It's like, I don't know, over in the island over there in Dubai, the Fight Island, I think he was, I think he brought in like some sort of something mysterious, and he was telling everybody, oh, it's just potatoes, like they don't have potatoes over there. But he brought in like a bag of potatoes, and it really wasn't potatoes. There's different speculation on what it really was. Steroids. But I don't know. But then I heard something else, that he got caught into this thing where you get all access wristbands when you're on Fight Island, because Fight Island's hard to get tickets on to go over to Fight Island. Really, that's an exclusive crowd over there. but he was somehow either taking used wristbands that were ripped off or something, or maybe duplicate. Somehow he was making fraudulent wristbands, I heard, and that's why he had like a suspension from the UFC. But anyway, he's back now. So good for Ottman Azaitar. 13 and only one loss. That one loss came his last fight against Steamroller Matt Frivola, taking care of him with hooks in round 1 for Matt Frivola. Love that. Ottman Azaitar, it says he's born in Morocco, I think. Or no, he's Moroccan descent, but he's born in Germany. And I think he's fighting out of Germany. It doesn't, on Instagram, there's no gym mentioned, I don't think, on Tapology. On Instagram, all it shows is him at the UFC Performance Institute, the UFC PI, training over there with, and he's got some, he brought some people over with him. I wrote down one guy that's pictured with him. His name is Ishmael Nardiev, who's the Austrian Wonder Boy, because you can't be the Wonder Boy Stephen Thompson, you can't be the Wonder Boy already, that's taken. So at least this guy said Austrian Wonder Boy, which is pretty good. And he fights in the regional scene, Brave. But Ottman Azaitar was on Instagram training with that guy. Let's get to his last 5. The Matt Frivola loss before that, let's see, he took care of Kama Worthy. Punches round 1, big deal. Before that, Timu Pakalin, or I don't know, but the guy is in the UFC, and this happened to be Ottman Azaitar's UFC debut against Timu. Isn't that what I ordered my fake Wish shit from? The orange, look, I got 2 of them today. Isn't this Timu? Timu. I get these shits every day. I'm drop like a billionaire and buy a whole bunch of crap junk that you don't. Never mind. That's for a different. That's for a totally different channel. I should make a Timu channel. Anyway, before the Timu overhand right round 1 UFC debut win for Ottman Azaitar. Before that, he was in Brave CF, Brave Championship fighting, and where he beat Daniel Kokora 32 seconds in round 1 by punches. Fantastic for you, Ottman Azaitar. And before that, Alejandro Martinez, a kick in round 3 for Ottman in the Brave CF. So both these guys, only one loss, and they're both most recent fights. The Prado's last loss, Jamie Malarkey. Ottman Azaitar's last loss, Matt Frivola. That would be a good fight, Malarkey versus Matt Frivola. I don't know who I'd take either. That one I'd have to do research. I'd have to do a cap comparison for it. But anyway, let's see what the cappers have to say in this interesting lightweight matchup. Starting with the favorite, Francisco Prado. Now these lines are from yesterday when I was going to do this video, but I was just too damn tired. And as of yesterday, they did move a little bit from when I originally wrote them down on Sunday. Prado was on opening -130. Bet Online. I get all my odds from Bet Online because they come out quick with Bet Online. Bet Online comes out with their shit real fast. Francisco Prado opened up -130. He is now a -122, meaning money's been coming in on Ottman Azaitar because he opened up at +110. Now he's at +102, almost even money there. So they want to make Prado a little bit more attractive to the bettors. They like the bookies like to keep money coming in both sides, you know, they're going to keep it interesting. So let's start with the favorite in Francisco Prado. Love this young prospect. Take it from Francisco Prado. We have Greedo plays. Greedo is saying TKO. Round 1 for Prado. I like it. I like the detailed prediction. I love that. Not just picking the side, but that's cool too. Whatever. We got MMA experts. That's AJ DeVito. Haven't used him in a bit. Maybe 2 weeks ago I used him. He also thinks Prado TKO. Oh, okay. Artem MMA, the New Zealand handicapper working now with We Want Picks, employed from We Want Picks. I love that. Artem didn't mention his method of winning, but he did take Prado. We got broke bets. I haven't used them in months, literally months. That's two guys. You only see one of them. His name is Lane. The other guy is on audio. His name is Carson. But both Lane and Carson agree that Prado's going to win. And usually that's how it goes with those guys. They rarely disagree. I'm sure there's been times, some eventually, but all these fights, they're on the same page. So broke bets are taking Francisco Prado. And finally, we got MMA Jesus. MMA Jesus with his early pick show with Sell the Red and a guy I've never used before. His name is CJ. CJ UFC. And all three of them, I'm just going to write MMA Jesus, but the link will be in the description, and all three of them are in that program. So MMA Jesus, MMA Jesus. You know what? I will write Sell the Red. And because they're taking the whole side by themselves, preventing the full capper consensus. MMA Jesus, Sell the Red, and CJ UFC all taking Ottman Azaitar, and they seem pretty confident with it. So, there you have it. Now my pick, I love me the youth. I love the height, the reach, all the tail of the tape stuff. Francisco Prado. After listening to a bunch of cappers, doing a little bit of dive and research on Instagram, I like the kid. I like Francisco Prado, the young man, the hot prospect, and I think he's going to get this done. And I think he might even be able to take out Ottman Azaitar. But Ottman was the dude. He was the man of Brave FC. But TKO. I'm not going to pick the round. Well, Tapology, I'll probably pick I think round 2. I think Azaitar might be able to get a little wrestling in there in the first round, and last first round, but then Prado's going to turn it on in the second round. Knock this out! So, I got Francisco Prado over Ottman Azaitar. Moving on. Next, we have, oh boy, here's another tough one. Albert Duryev. 16-4, taking on the Iron Turtle, Junior Park. 16-5. Interesting. Junior Park is the favorite here, minus 154. The line didn't move as of, I didn't check it today, but as of yesterday, the line didn't move since Sunday. Duryev is a plus 134, plus money if you want Duryev. Okay, so let's talk about the favorite first. That's how I like to do. Underdogs come second. Junior Park, 16-5, coming off a win against Dennis Tialulin by rear naked choke, round 1. Dennis Tialulin. I'm not. I don't know. I don't want to talk shit about the guy. He's a UFC fighter, but I don't know. Nothing great there. Before that, though, he beat ugly man Joseph Holmes. Now, Joseph Holmes, there's something to say there. I'm still not top caliber, not top shelf type of fighter, but good win there. Rear naked choke round 2. Back-to-back rear naked chokes there. Before, they had a split decision against Eric Anders. Eric Anders, you know him as the former Alabama Crimson Tide football player, national champion, but a lot of the times the football players don't transition well into MMA. Just that, it's just shown like that. Like who really has? Who's other former? Who's the one? The Dallas Cowboy heavyweight. Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy, former football player. I don't know. There's a handful of them. They just Chase Sherman, football player. They just something. I don't know. But split decision win there. He lost to Gregory Rodriguez, RoboCop. Now that's not a bad loss. That's a good fight right there. That's a good fighter, and Gregory Rodriguez take care of him. Standing TKO in round 2. It was stopped. Good for Gregory Rodriguez. Prior to that, he had a win over Tafan Nchukwi, majority decision, meaning that was a very close one. He's training out of Korean Top Team. However, I did see on, which is in Seoul, Korea. However, I did see on Instagram he came over with an army. Not an army, I'm exaggerating, but he came over with like 8 people from Korean Top Team. 8, I counted them in his one picture. He's got 8 Koreans, all with him, all trainers and training partners. Junyoung Park came to work. He's putting in the work. One amongst them is Seda Da-un-jung. I don't know if he was in the picture, but I know he definitely trains with Junyoung Park at Korean Top Team. Maybe he was in the picture. I don't know. But Da-un-jung, you know him as the UFC heavyweight, right? Light heavyweight. I think he's he's light heavyweight, Da-un-jung. But anyway, Junyoung Park came with 8 people to the UFC PI, and he's putting it in. Check out his Instagram to, verify that. Albert Duryev, coming off a win. Oh, these guys are real close in age too. Duryev is 34. Junyoung Park is 32. Duryev coming off a win over Chidi Bang Bang, Chidi Njokwani by split decision. Tight one. Thank you, Albert Duryev. I did cash in on that. Because Chidi Bang Bang was on a bang of a little run there, and I think he was finishing people on a 4-fight win streak, and then he fought Albert Duryev, and before that he had a loss to Jaquin Buckley because of eye swollen shut doctor stoppage. Jaquin Buckley got there. One cashed it on that too. I pick Duryev for it's pretty decent. He had his UFC debut against Roman Kopylov. He beat him by unanimous decision. That was in 2021. And so Roman Kopylov, I'm kind of high on. I think that may have been his debut as well. So I think it was both 2 debuting fighters. I could be wrong there. I don't know. Prior to that, he was in the Contender Series where he beat Kyle Bittencourt by a neck crank in round 1. And before that, he was in ABC, which stands for Absolute Berkut Championships. And that is a Russian regional scene where he beat Piotr Strus. Piotr Strus beat him by unanimous decision there. Albert Duryev will have a slight 1-inch height, 2-inch reach advantage over the Iron Turtle. And he's been training I know if you go back on his Instagram, it's Extreme Couture. Most recently, he's at Vegas. Extreme Couture is also in Vegas, but now he's at the UFC PI Performance Institute. Putting in there, hey, you got a fight coming up. You can fight there, might as well, right? You can train there, might as well. Why not? And pictured in his training, famed BJJ, phenomenal, possibly the best ever BJJ practitioner, and Gordon Ryan. Now Gordon Ryan, full head of gray. He's completely too old to be like any type of. I mean, he'll still kick everybody's ass in grappling, but he strictly BJJ. So there's no like striking in his game, but still Gordon Ryan. Props to him. Yeah, fantastic BJJ practitioner. Possibly the best, and that's who Albert Duryev has been training BJJ with. However, will this go to the ground? I don't know. I don't see Albert Duryev. I mean, BJJ doesn't mean you're a good takedown wrestler. It just means you know how to perform and defend submissions. But takedown game, that's more of a wrestling thing. I don't know if he's got the takedown accuracy. I didn't check stats. I should, but my time. Time check. My time is limited for this research. Otherwise, I'd watch film, check stats, all that stuff. But anyway, I think this might be a stand on your feet fight. And if it does go to the ground, I think fairly evenly matched. I'll even give a slight edge to Park, I think, in the ground game. But anyway, let's see what the cappers have to say. Starting with Iron Turtle Junyoung Park, we've got... well, looks like Dev and Cell are split. Or Dev, Cell, and CJ. There's one guy odd out. Cell the red and MMA Jesus Jesus. Should I know? Jesus. Are both on the side of Junyoung Park. Over here, CJUFC. Sensibly taken Albert Duryev. Okay, then we've got, jump over to, back over to Junyoung Park. We've got Ottman, and he's saying by decision for Junyoung Park. Then jump over here. We've got AJ DeVito, MMA experts, and he's on the side of Albert Duryev. This, like I said, this is a closely matched fight. Good job on Sean Shelby. Good job on pairing this one up. It's good. Then we've got Broke Bets. Like I said, they're both in agreement. Lane and Carson from Broke Bets are both taking Junyoung Park. They like that. And finally, Greedo plays, and he is taking the Iron Turtle as well by decision to edge out the capper majority. Not edge it out, he wins the capper majority vote in the capper comparison pick show. We got 6 people taking Junyoung Park, with only 2 people on the side of Duryev out of the ones that I showed in this capper comparison show. I did watch a lot of other cappers, but unfortunately I can't fit them all on the board, so I picked the first top 5 sites, because as you know, this one is 3 cappers in one site, kind of like Perfect Parlay Pursuit, 3 cappers, 1 site. But I just randomly, whichever 5 I pick when I'm doing my research, those are the ones I'm going to use, as long as I like their shit. And I like all these guys, and their links will be in the description. I urge you guys to check that out once you get a minute. I'm going to go with the Korean here in Iron Turtle, Junyoung Park. I think he's just better pretty much wherever it goes. I mean, Duryev is a good, tough competitor, but I think Park's on a run, and don't let Park looks like he's got like average, like almost kind of like a dad bod. He's not the most physically intimidating fighter, but and Iron Turtle's a good fit because his so front. It looks kind of like he got a turtle head. I'm not gonna lie. He looks like he's got a turtle head, kind of. Not in a bad way. It's like it's good. It's good. Just check him out. But people underestimate him just by his appearance, I think, because he doesn't look like a fearsome fighter. But dude, when he gets like top control, he controls the shit out. He'll ragdoll you, throw you. He'll do whatever he wants when he's on top. That's how he does that. Check his last fight with who was it? Dennis Toulouse? No, who was it? Check any of his last 3 fights. Check him out, and he shows he does have wrestling chops. So I think he's going to be able to give it to Duryev and come out victorious. I don't know about a submission or anything, because Duryev's been training with Gordon Ryan. So I think I'm going to just give it to him by decision. He's got more volume in the striking as well, Park does. So that's another thing that's going to get him more points. He'll get control time, he'll get takedowns, and more significant strikes. If he doesn't win a decision, it's most likely going to be a robbery because of Chris Lee and Sal D'Amato. I'm calling it right now. But anyway, moving on. Finally, we got the main event. I really don't like to cover girl fight main events, but the odds are close enough that I can. You know, if the odds are ridiculous, I just don't even bother. Like Amanda Nunes, I didn't cover that one because the odds were, was she a -300, 400? But this one, Holly Holm, Bueno, Silva, it's interesting. It's a good one. It's a good one. So, Holly Holm comes in as the favorite at 41 years old. Yes, that is correct. 41 years old. Bueno Silva, 31. 10 years. 10-year difference there between Holly Holm and Silva. We're going to start with the favorite, the preacher's daughter, Holly Holm. You might know her from her acting chops. She had a role in a movie called Valley Fights. Oh, it's fantastic. I mentioned it before. It's like a older B-budget movie. And you know who else is in it? Misha Tate's in it. Caitlin Chukagian's in it. It's a tale about this girl that comes over because her sister got into like an underground fighting circuit, kind of like Invicta but worse, because it was all like street fighting and shit. And anyway, her sister died in a fight. Oh, Cyborg's in it too. She's like the bad. I don't know. To check it out. I think it's called Fight in the Valley or Valley Fights or something. Oh, it's a cheesy but decent movie. You know, just check it out and be a judge for yourself. But anyway, Holly Holm, Preacher's daughter, has a role in that movie. It's interesting to say the least. She's coming off a win against Yana Santos, unanimous decision. Before that, she did lose a split decision to Katlyn Vieira. Prior to that, she beat Irene Aldana, unanimous decision. Raquel Pennington, unanimous decision. I guess Raquel Pennington's going for that the vacant 135 bantamweight title. That's interesting. We'll see what happens. I don't know. It's a big toss-up. Which girl is deserving of the? There's like that, now. There's like two classes for women's MMA: 120, one flyweight, 125, and bantamweight 135. That's I don't understand why. There's plenty of women that could fill in 145. I know, but not really. There's nobody. Well, just move. Go shop at Invicta or go shop at Ryzen has heavyweight girls. I mean, give the people what they want to see. I want to see some big old girls. Let me get some lightweight, 155, welterweight, 170. Let's go. Let's get those 170-pound female fighters in there, you know? Anyway, back to this. She beat Raquel Pennington, unanimous decision. And before that, she lost to Amanda Nunes. Head kick to punches, round one. That's a tough loss. But it's expected, though. Amanda Nunes, go. Holly Holm will have a 2-inch height and 2.5-inch reach advantage over Mayra Bueno Silva, and she is forever loyal to Jackson Wink over in Albuquerque, New Mexico. She's pretty much like, might as well call her co-owner. Forever. She's forever Jackson Wink alumni. She will never stray from Jackson Wink. I think I'm not kidding when I say I think she like works there too. I think aside from just training there, I think she might give like I don't know. I'm making that shit up. I don't know. But anyway, she's taking on 10-year younger fighter in Mayra Bueno Silva. 10-2-1. Shitara. She used to train out of Diego, Truth Box Diego Lima. And she might still have an association with them when she goes to Brazil. But once she's in the States, she's in Florida at American Top Team, ATT. They love her. She loves them. Check out the Instagram. American Top Team Proud. ATT Pride. Shitara's coming off a win over Lena Landsberg. Not that great, but she caught her with a knee bar round two. Hey, a win is a win is a win, but competition is just not as good. She had that armbar before that against Stephanie Edgar, where it was like Edgar, you couldn't really see the tap, but it did happen. The ref stopped it, and Edgar, she didn't really dispute it, but her face kind of did, because she was like, I don't know. There were arguments that she didn't tap, but I saw the fight. She did tap. I had Bueno Silva too, so I'm biased. I was cheering as soon as the ref called it. But some say it was an early stoppage and she didn't tap, but whatever. Be a judge for yourself. Play it back. Before that, she beat Yanan Wu, unanimous decision. She lost prior to that to Manon Fiorot. Manon Fiorot, top 5 fighter. Fantastic. I love Manon Fiorot. I love it. I love her little, she's got like a growth on her face too. Makes it peculiar, makes her unique. I'm just kidding. But she does have that. But I like her. Manon Fiorot's a freaking beast. I think that's her name too. Beast. The Beast, Manon Fiorot. I don't know, but she is a beast. She's great. Before that, she had a draw against the wearer of the pants in the De La Rosa family, Montana De La Rosa. She had a draw against Montana De La Rosa, who brings home the money for Mark. De La Rosa. But anyway, Mayra Bueno Silva. What is she? 3-1-1 in her last 5. Not bad. Not bad for the 31-year-old. Here's the thing. Holm, fantastic kickboxer. Fantastic boxing, kickboxing, great clinch. Mayra Bueno Silva, good jiu-jitsu. Her takedown and grappling is not that great, but when it gets to the ground, she does have, I think she will have the jiu-jitsu edge, being out of shootbox Diego Lima, and she will try to throw punches and stuff. But I think Holm is the better striker here. I mean, Holm does have the edge and experience and accolades, like the whole kickboxing, trophies that are on her fireplace mantle. Bueno Silva doesn't have all that shit. So, man, it's a tough one. But it's a big factor for me. 41. 31. That is a big factor for me. Let's see what the cappers have to say in this case. You guys excited and curious? Me too. Okay, starting with the favorite. The Preacher's Daughter. Everything. How's that song go? Never mind. Preacher's Son, forget. I was going to try to make a play on words with the Preacher's Daughter, but... Okay. Taking Holm. We've got AJ DeVito, MMA experts. And he's all about Holm. He doesn't care that she's 41. He thinks she could still get it done. And she very well could at 41. Very well could. Over here, taking Bueno Silva. Broke bets. Lane and Carson both think Bueno Silva can get it done. Jump back over here. We've got Greedo saying Holm should get the decision. She's smarter fight IQ, ring IQ, fight IQ, cage IQ, whatever you want to call it. She knows how to get the win. She's got the more experience and everything. And she's going to implement that with her aged veteran experience and get the decision. Figure out how to do it either by significant strikes but yeah, if you look, she is a decisionator too. Female fights though, at 135, most of them are decisions. Unless you get that rare, beast like Men in Federal. But anyway, I like to see Men in Federal like and Aaron Blanchfield. What a killer fight that would be, huh? Call up Sean Shelby, make it happen. Anyway, Mayra Bueno Silva, taking her. We've got the whole crew from MMA Jesus. That's Sell the Red, MMA Jesus, and CJ UFC. But I'm just going to write MMA Jesus because that's the show I'm going to plug in the description. MMA Jesus and Friends. How's that? Jesus and Friends. Wasn't that a show on after Romper Room? I'm showing my age there. MMA Jesus and Friends. That's what he should name his show. MMA Jesus and Friends. Jesus is my homeboy. Okay, then for the tiebreaker, we've got Artem, MMA analysis. Artem out of New Zealand, working for We Want Picks. Good, I love We Want Picks. Good pickup of a side job there, Artem. Artem is on the side of Holm. Now these Artem's picks are early picks. I think I watched his shit on Sunday or Sunday or Monday is when I watched Artem's pick video. So there you have it. Holm just edges out Bueno Silva. However, you got to consider MMA Jesus and Friends is 3 people. Broke bets is 2 people. Is 5 to 1, 2, 3. So realistically, Bueno Silva has the majority. But as for links, Holm has more links, more channels going her way than not. So, still on the fence here a little bit, but gun to head, I'm going to go with the youth, the ground game, not the wrestling, the youth, the jiu-jitsu, grappling, we'll say, and I think Bueno Silva's cardio is going to hold up, and I think she can She's smart enough to, if it's on the feet, she's going to be able to keep up with Holly Holm. Holly Holm is a better man. Fuck. Holly Holm's a better striker, but something tells me Bueno Silva is going to get it done here. So I'm going to go that way. And plus, she's plus money. When in doubt, go with the cappers and the plus money. For all you plus money junkies, you guys don't know. You guys know I don't even make negative money. I don't even make negative money bets. I only bet plus money. But this case, 3-leg parlay. Talk about that. Bueno Silva's going to get a decision. Holly Holm's going to claim it's a robbery, and it might be too. Who knows? With judging nowadays, could be like that. So to recap, time check. Let's see. And I'm a little bit over. So okay. So to recap, I have Francisco Prado. No relationship to the people that make the purses or the designer fashion. That'd be real cool if it was, though, right? Imagine. Oh, my grandfather makes the Prado purses. But anyway, Francisco Prado, I think he's going to take out Ottman, potato burglar, Azaitar, potato smuggler Azaitar. Crazy story with the potatoes, right? By TKO, I got him finishing. We'll say round 2, but who knows? Just I'm not going to prop bet that. But anyway, I'm going to parlay him with the Iron Turtle, Yong Park. I think Park will fight IQ, smart fight his way to a decision over Albert Duryev. I think Park's striking, tactical, it's on point, strategic. He hits his target. I think he's going to land more significant strikes, more volume. And his wrestling, I think, is a little bit better. The jiu-jitsu game, you got to give that edge to Duryev, but I think the wrestling is going to supersede the jiu-jitsu here because Junior Park's going to have top control and heavy wet blanket cover Duryev and manhandle him and ragdoll him like he should to a decision. And then finally, I've got Mayra Bueno Silva taking her shootbox Diego Lima skills down to American Top Team, combining that with American Top Team's loaded with talented fighters that she can train with. A whole slew of them. Open up Tapology. You'll be reading that list for 20 minutes. You want to deep dive in there. But Mayra Bueno Silva, I think, is going to edge out probably a split decision to Holly Holm, and it's going to be a close one too. I don't feel comfortable with female fights, but it is the main event, so put it up there. I'm going to parlay Bueno Silva, Yong Park, and Prado 3-leg parlay. So far, I'm on a 2-week 3-leg parlay cash it run. And so there you have it. So gather the info, place those bets, and cash those tickets. I appreciate you watching. Tune in this Friday. Might be a little bit later. I have a planned dinner with some people that's been planned for a while, and if it goes really well, I might have to forego the show, but I'm gonna try to make it back in time for the show, which I should. And I do have a lot of hot takes on a lot of these fights. I got a couple sneaky underdog picks in this. I don't want to be a spoiler. You have to tune in Friday night to get these picks, but definitely tune in Friday night. Tucker Lutz. It's so fucking stupid. But tune in Friday night around. I'm gonna still aim for probably 9-10 o'clock Eastern time. That's probably when I'll be getting back from dinner. So hopefully I'll still be sober enough to do the live stream. If not, I can just I'll have Dave guide it, and I'll sit back and try to maintain sobriety. Anyway, thanks for watching. Good luck on your bets, and hopefully we'll all see each other again on Friday.